Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo. Our zoo, Bella 2, is just having the sunrise come up. We've got a lot of guests already here to the zoo this early morning, and that's fine. Now, I know I haven't had an update in a while. You're probably wondering what the heck happened. Last episode, we had started to invest in building a train ride, and I was having some issues with that with the station over here and the station that I was using. It was one that I got off of the workshop, and I don't think it was working properly. I ended up having to remove it. But what I did do is I have been working on getting a large scale train ride together that will take the guests around the zoo to different areas of the zoo. It's not up and running yet. I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. But I just want to give a quick little look at everybody, see how we're doing. The animals are all very serene and peaceful. There's our little one. There. They're not stressed. They're happy. It's wonderful to see them all calm. The zookeeper's coming in and taking care of business, and the mechanic is fixing the walls. And if we move over here to our warthog and zebras, we'll give them a check and see how we're doing. Their water looks fine. It's nice and clear. Everything's fine. Babies are running. Got a baby here that's a running. So they've got plenty of room to get all kinds of exercises. Fantastic. So they're doing fine. Now, the train is going to be a Wild West theme train ride. And what I've done, and I'm going to share some with you, I've just started to build the tracks and the mountains going around. We are going to take a peek here. Now, initially, guests are going to walk down this path here, and they are going to turn here, and you can see this is part of the train track. I elevated it. I'm still working on it. It's a little rough, but and these squares right here are actually going to be mountains. So I'm going to show you how that's done as well. But the guests are going to come and they're going to walk through here, and this is all going to be decorated up and such. It's not going to look quite like this. I started on these sculptures here for the mountain terrain, and it's looking good. Now when you get to this part, this is a facade, this Wild West. It's not anything that the guests can do with. It's like a decoration, like when you go to Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland, where you can't really interact with it, but it's part of the ride. That's what that is. And the guests will actually come down here, and they will pay. It's going to be $1. They will pay this gentleman here, and this is the queue line, and they will wait here in line until the train comes around. And when people get off the train, they will get off and come out this way. We'll have both directions of guests on this one path. So I've been working on that, and that's taken up so much so much time you don't even know. And it's not really interesting to watch me build, because I am not an expert and I do a lot of revisions, and I didn't want to put you through that. So I want to show you bit by bit how I am building it, so that when we do get to the end of the build, you will feel that at least you have come with me on the journey. Now, the train track itself, or the zoo, doesn't have a whole lot built in it yet. And from this vantage point, you can see where the mountains are going to be. Then you can also see where the train track is. Now, this is a station. The train will come around this way, and this way, and this way, and we've got another station over here, another station here, and another station here. And there's no reason to add a station there yet. There's nothing there. And even these don't need to be there. But I wanted one of the stations to be close to the entrance of the zoo. And I am going to be adding this path here is going to come straight towards this station. And I thought that I could actually possibly share that part with you all, so that you can kind of get a feel for how this works. First of all, I need to click on our first station, which is over here. And this is the main station just because I built that one first. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the game so we don't have any issues. Let's make sure we don't have any issues. Yeah, there's a water treatment that needs repair, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. The Wild West station is this one. Station 30, I believe, is that one. Okay, that's not the station we want. Station 32, that's the one we want. Now the first thing I want to do, so I don't run into that problem again, is rename it. And this is going to be the main entrance station. Okay, that's the main entrance station. Now I'm going to place the entrance, and I'm going to have the entrance to the train here. Place the exit on this side. And now we're going to connect the path. The first thing I want to do is place down the exit path. I need to get rid of this right there. And it looks like this tree is going to cause a problem, so we need to move that tree. Put it over there. Okay, now back to the path. And we've been using this path here, but it's got to be a little bit wider. That's fine. And I want to make it go a little bit less, because we are going to connect it up to the exit. And then what we're going to do is take our queue now the queue, it needs to be a little long because you're going to have a line. And I imagine this station might be busier than the other stations, but we'll have to see. Now that station is connected up with the entrance and the exit to this train. And that's all there is to doing that particular part. And I think that that's good. Now, if we click on our main train, we look here. This one isn't powered. This one is closed. We need to get power to this train over here before we can test it. The other stations are going to go ahead and I have to place the exit and the entrance. Station 31. I don't know what to call this one. I think I'll call this one the Safari Station because I think the elephants and such are going to be out here, because we're going to have a huge African enclosure, and I may put in the ride, like the Jurassic Park Jeep rides as well through that. I haven't decided yet. Safari Station. Okay, then we also have to do the entrance, the exit, and the path. We've gone ahead and got the second station done. Then I will connect up the other stations later, so we're not ready to even get this thing running right now. But what I'd like to show you next is, let me pause this, is I'd like to show you how to sculpt the mountains. And you can have these in animal enclosures, and you can have them as just decoration. So what I'd like to do, you go into your terrain, and I go to the roughen, and I have the size. You pick the size of the brush that you want. You can go that small, you can go huge, large, and you just kind of click it, and it changes it. And you just want to get rid of all of the squareness. Any place where there's square, you just don't want that. And you want your intensity up, that's for sure. And you can just kind of play around with it until you come up with shapes that you like. If something happens and you don't like it, you can hit the undo. You can come back later and remove unsightly types of things. But when we get into the decorating and the plants and such, little overhangs like that could really, really add an interesting touch to the pathways and everything as the guests walk under them. So it's kind of what I'm going for here. I really want to do a ledge here. Let's see how that goes. There we go. And then I can put some kind of a pole or something on that side and brace that up or something. It's whatever. I mean, get rid of this hole in the middle. Try to make it look more of a mountain. And you can add water around this. You can add waterfalls. You can add real pretty areas if you're really into the decorating part of it. You can make this look really, really interesting. Now I've got no plan. I'm kind of just doing this as I go. And you want to keep in mind when you're building what the guests are going to see. I don't think we can run the trains because they're not, the track is connected, but I don't think that the stations aren't all working, so I don't think we can test it. Yeah, they're not powered or anything. This one is closed. Yeah, we can't test it yet because we've got to finish it up, but that's okay. So that's basically that. So I am going to continue to build this track. It's huge, and it's going to take guests to different parts of the zoo so they can reach the far off areas without having to walk. And that's the plan for that. I'm not sure where this path is going to go, but I wanted it to be walking through the mountains as well. Now I've got some more Wild West type decor here that I want to put up, and I can show you how we do that, which is really easy. You go to blueprints, and these are ones that I've downloaded because I'm not a builder like that, but I have a whole little area. Here's one that's a saloon, and all you have to do is hold down your Z key and you can rotate it. So we're going to go ahead and face that towards the tracks on this side of town. And then we also have a barn. We can do the same with the barn. Now that one is a little bit high off the ground, so what you have to do is click on it and go into your advanced movement, and you can lower it down. There we go. Now when the guests are on the train, and we can test it as well, you will be able to see what the guest sees when they're riding it. As soon as I can get the track working, we will definitely take a ride. But that's basically, what I'm working on at the moment. It's It's very, I'm excited. I think it's going to look awesome. I've also got a Wild West sign. Don't know if it's under blueprints or not. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Well, I might not. I might have to create my own Wild West sign. Now this one says the Americas. Well, that would be a cool sign to have. Starbucks, we've got a Starbucks. That would be good. And that looks like Africa. Rainforest entrance. Here we go. That's the one I was looking for. Wild West. Let's see. There it is. Wild West. And what we can do is you can place it like right... Because I've got to put decoration. I wonder we should probably put it here so that guests know that that is where they want to come in. And it's a little bit high, so we're going to move it down. It's not too bad. Like that. And then when we get all our other decor and everything going, it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. In the meantime, we have to make sure that the rest of our zoo is doing well. Now, it looks like our water treatment is having an issue. Go to the zoo, staff, work zones. Should be this one. Yeah, see, I don't have them in there. Okay. There we go. That's why. So if we could have somebody... That's not your... Oh, I bet you it's this guy. See him running? Bet you it's him. Yeah, you were slacking, dude, but I fixed it. Here he comes. And he is going to fix this up. Get it running again. Go. Oh, we've got a storm. Okay, let's check. Staff room is without power. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that staff room isn't even like a deal, so I don't even want that in there. Oh, wow. This poor guy's got to stand out in the rain, and this isn't even working yet. Okay, well, can't say it's a tough job. It's just not very comfortable. All right, everybody, you're getting a little bit of water in your area here, aren't you? Fumi, he's the alpha zebra. So we're not going to add any enclosures today. I just wanted to share the the train. So next episode, hopefully I will have all of this sculpted out, and I will have the train at least up and running so we can test drive it. And after that, then we will start building our zoo out towards this way, and make I'm thinking like a bison, and we might do some wolves and some bears and things that you would find in America, in the West, and do that in this area, and then do an African safari over in this area. Boy, this is a nasty storm. And then see what happens from there. Thank you all for joining me. Please give a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time for a ride on the train. Take care all. Bye-bye.